Good afternoon, YouTube. This is Bama Mobs here, and welcome to another episode of Fitness with Bama Mobs. We'll start out with that this morning. How did it go this morning? So I got home at 3. I was probably asleep at 4. Got up at 9:30. Yep. Slept from 4 to 9:30. Went to the old airport. Started getting a walk in. Started raining, so I probably walked 30 minutes. And then went to the gym and probably did an hour combination, total body weight workout, some calisthenics, some stretching, so on and so forth. So that's basically what we did today. Food-wise, I did a chicken breast with a broccoli salad and also a cucumber salad. So I sort of had 2 side salads there at the same time. Yesterday on my dietary plan was total disaster. As I've said before, we keep it real here on Bama Mobs, integrity. It's not going to be no fluff, no lies. You're going to get it like it is. And I had total breakdown yesterday. We're talking about peanut butter, crackers, oils that you're not supposed to have, canola oil, dehydrated oil. I think I ate like 3 waffles with Golden Eagle syrup. I mean, everything that I've talked about on the fasting program, about all the stuff that you should not be eating. Yeah, and it happens, man. You know, stuff happens. You know, you don't mean to have a total breakdown, but hey, you know, and a lot of times your body, you know, if you get that beat down, I mean, your body's going to say, hey, man, we got to survive, baby. Yeah, we're going to get some carbs in here. And with that said, doing the weight workout today, yeah, I was like full power, man. I mean, I was ready to go. You know, I was getting 1,000% on the reps. You know, we did everything, man. I even threw in a hack squat today and had no intention of doing a hack squat. Did like, 5 sets of 15, something like that. As you know, I've just used the sled on the hack squat currently. The sled itself weighs 125 pounds. But yeah, I'm getting some benefit out of that. Moving on, as far as nutrition the rest of the day, yeah, we're going to stick with fluids today. Yeah, green tea, a lot of green tea is what we're going to be drinking as the night goes on. We're going to stay away from the bananas, the peanut butter, the crackers, all that easy stuff you got access to. Went to the grocery store today. When I get to the grocery store, I got 2 New York strips for tomorrow. Broccoli, Brussels sprouts, lettuce, corn, just my staples there. The corn's more so for my wife. You know, she likes that. Yeah, with my program, sort of staying away from the corn, even though it's not necessarily bad per se. The weekend, yeah, it's a work weekend, so nothing big is planned. Weather-wise, yeah, it's still raining here in Alabama. I know you're looking back over there. Yeah, you see those clouds? Yeah, right there. Yeah, those clouds. You see those? They're just all around, big puffy ones. Some are black, some are white. But we're in a pattern now where it actually rains in the morning. Typically here in the South, the thunderclappers and the thunderstorms and straight line winds, all that hits in the afternoon. It just like heats up all day. It gets really humid, and then just all whatever breaks loose in the afternoon. This year, as you know, it's been the wettest May. I think it's the 2nd wettest May on record here in Alabama, depending on which city you're in. And as far as the heat and humidity, it has not been an issue. Today is basically 0 humidity. I think it's 80 degrees. Maybe, and we're talking about it's almost June in Alabama, and we're still having basically spring. So the month of May has been a continuation of April in the state of Alabama. But yeah, that's what's been happening the last several days. It's like between 10 and 12, 10 and 1, you know, we have a period of rain, you know, probably for an hour, maybe longer, and then here in the afternoon, you know, when it'd be like a super time to get out and go walking, play some tennis, whatever outdoor activity you like. You know, it's time to go to work, man. Yeah, time to go to work. We gotta keep on pushing. But that's okay. I'll be off in 2 or 3 days, and just be another week. I think this time last week, what was I doing? Oh yeah, this time last week, I was at the gym at the Peabody Hotel in Memphis, Tennessee. So I was doing I think I did back, and I also did, they had a swimming pool there, swam a little bit. I also had a hot tub, did that. The cool thing about the Peabody Hotel is that aside from weight machines, they have free weights. Yes. Now, they don't have a squat rack, but, they have a bench press and dumbbells, incline bench, some upper body stuff. They're not trying to get people hurt there and have somebody down there by themselves trying to squat 315 and end up in an accident. So you do have to protect people from themselves. But anyway, if you're in Memphis, the Peabody Athletic Club is definitely a place to go. Moving on into subjects, what else is coming up this week? Probably going to try to go to some baseball games. So the Birmingham Barons, they'll play Saturday night, I believe it's June 7th, if I'm right. Also at the Lyric Theater in Birmingham, they're going to be showing The Goonies. Yeah, the old movie The Goonies, so I'm thinking about going to that. And then finally, at basically the oldest baseball park in the United States of America, Rickwood Field in Birmingham, Alabama. If you're a baseball fan, you already know about Rickwood Field. My dad took me there. I mean, it was operational for the Birmingham Barons back in the 80s. So I remember my dad taking me there to watch some games with the Birmingham Barons. But now the Barons will play like 1 or 2 games. They call them a gentleman's special. So it'll be like a Wednesday game, probably starts about 1 p.m. Just right after lunch, or in that lunch hour, so to speak. So I'm probably going to do that on Wednesday. I think that'll be a cool event to go to. But otherwise, I think I'll just be playing it close to the vest. I don't think I'll be going out of state, out of town next week. Fitness-wise next week, and if you watch my other videos, I've been doing the bro split. I've been doing what's my split been? Okay, chest on Mondays, back on Tuesdays, bis, tris, abs, and calves on Wednesdays, shoulders on Thursdays, legs on Fridays, and then Saturday is a repeat, bis, tris, calves, abs. So this week I'm just doing basically total body. I'm just getting totally away from that set rep mix, even though it's worked very well. I mean, as you've seen from the previous videos, like one exercise will be like 10 sets of 3, so you're going really heavy, and then another exercise may be like 5 sets of 6. And so the whole goal is to go through about 5 or 6 exercises. Ultimately, you get 180 reps, at each workout. And it's 7 days a week. You rest on Sundays, and that's it. So now I have to decide what I'm going to do next week. So this week has been potluck, really just total body on the weights, just whatever I sort of feel like that day. Today turned out to be more of a shoulder and leg day. So tomorrow I'm thinking it's probably time, I'll be another chest day tomorrow. And when I say chest, I say that loosely. Probably like chest, triceps. I'm still going to hit the abs. I'm going to try to hit the abs every day to some degree. I mean, not heavy every day, but to some degree you're going to do it. And then next week, I want to figure out what I'm going to do. I think I want to get to a split where I'm doing hitting each body part at least twice per week. I've been working out since middle of March, so I've got a good base at this point. So I think I'm going to go on and ramp up the program. I'm going to hit each body part twice per week, and y'all are going to laugh at this. I've talked to y'all before about I'm not going to start running until I hit 180 pounds because I just don't want the extra pressure on my joints. So now I'm still hovering at that 210 mark. So tighten up next week, we'll see how that goes. But I started jogging with my walking workout. You know, I've been walking 4, 5, 6 miles per day. Basically, I walk for an hour to hour and a half. During my off week, I'll walk for 2 hours. But now I'm getting to the point where I'm having like good foot turnover, which means walking briskly. Probably walking definitely in that 3.5 to 4.0 mile per hour range. So now I'm starting to jog, you know, for about 10 or 20 yards every so often. This is no extended jog, but we're just talking about 10 to 20 yards. And I think I'm going to keep doing that. I'm just going to slowly mix in this running or jogging with the walking workout. If you're a follower of the channel, while I'm mentioning that, if you don't mind, subscribe, hit the like button. But if you're a follower of the channel, last year, you know, I started out as this channel is actually preparing for a marathon. Yeah, I just bit off a little bit more than I could chew, ended up injuring myself again. But the early part of that marathon workout, it was a very slow, ease into it workout. It was like from 0 to marathon. And the first month of it was a run walk. I mean, it started out like for a mile, you would walk for a minute and then run / jog for 30 seconds. And you would just do that for the whole mile until you was finished, no matter how long it took. So we're going to be moving into that probably, I don't know, probably not in June. I would say August would be the earliest, you know, as far as having enough legitimate weight loss, you know, to get to that level. All right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap the video up. We're way past 10 minutes. And I think what we're going to do is, again, it's all about the diet. It's all about nutrition. I want to concentrate more on that. Try to tighten that up in some way. And the way you tighten it up is surround yourself by food that is good and get rid of food that is bad in your house. Anyway, see y'all later, and y'all have a great afternoon.